Gundele, good evening. How has been your day? Hope that been stress-free. Hello, good evening, Aisha. Yeah, great to be back. Great to be back. Another class, yes. And I hope you have your writing materials with you. I mean, your pen and your notepad. Good evening, Adebukola. Good evening. Yes, great to be back. Good evening, Kufure. Good evening, Elizabeth. I hope everyone is happy to be back. And I hope you have your pen and writing materials with you. As we learned a lot last Saturday, I hope you guys gained a lot. I learned technology can be so fun and exciting and very wide as well. Good evening, Abosede. I wish all of us a robust training today. Yes, of course. Something huge is coming. Papa Yali says, for me, it's AI all the way. Been using it for my write-up and I feel so good. Glad you're making use of technology so well, as we learned a lot last class, obviously. Eniola, good evening. You can see here from YouTube. Good evening. I hope you are glad to be back. Oladimiji, so great that you're so excited to be here. As I am also so excited to be here. Yes, Annie. Great, you're so excited. Yes, we're also looking forward to learning a lot. So we'll be having our speaker today. in person of Dr. Segun Akanji. So I'll be taking Doctor's profile. With over 2 decades in formal workspace, Dr. Olusegun's experience in financial services cover commercial, investment banking, and insurance. Within the investment banking space, he was part of a number of notable transactions as financial advisors. He acquired consulting exposure as strategy and business transformation subject matter experts working with leading global firms. He's passionate about capital and market formation, business transformation, innovation, and project finance across sectors, with interest in real estate and small growing businesses. He's an alumnus of the Worthing University Real Estate Center and Harvard University School's Leading Change and Organization Renewal. He currently leads the Strategy and Business Solution Division at Heritage Bank. He led the project management for the market re-entry of the bank and also facilitated the acquisition of the former Enterprise Bank. He was responsible for the business combination of both banks to form the new Heritage Bank. Dr. Olusegun is a regular TV analyst on business and economic issues in Nigeria. He volunteers as a facilitator with a number of organizations focused on small growing businesses. Among many awards in recognition of his passionate commitment to excellence, he emerged as the 2005 national winner of Young Managers Award under the auspices of the Nigeria's Institute of Management. Recently, he was awarded the 2018 Credit Professional of the Year by the Institute of Credit Administration. So join me as we welcome Dr. Olusegun Akanji. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
All right. They are trying to help me with to put on the presentation. I hope the host is. Thank you, everyone. Are we good? I don't know why I'm having. Hello, are we good? Are you helping me to put this on, or I need to do that?
Almost, we're trying to.
Okay, sir.
All right. While that is going on, I believe that I'm to be speaking on leveraging technology to upgrade your business. So I'm going to ask, since we are talking about business, how many business people are on this program? I'd like to know how many of us are entrepreneurs. How many entrepreneurs do we have? If you can speak up if you're okay, Zion is an entrepreneur. Who else? Elizabeth. All right, fantastic. Who else? Zion, Elizabeth. Who else is an entrepreneur? Any other person? Okay. Anoluapo. All right, fantastic. So I'd like to, let's kick it off from there. It's good that we have some entrepreneurs or business people on this program. So I'm going to be asking them, Zion, can you just tell us, share your experience as a business person and how you have used technology? Zion. Oh, thank you very much. Okay. Okay. Zion uses Facebook, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, more of digital marketing. Fantastic. Anoluwapo, can you share that with us? Can we put this on slideshow? Okay, events. So you'll be using a lot of use YouTube. Okay. Do you use 3D, 4D to design your work, your delivery, what you'll be delivering in terms of event, how they will look, the layout of your work? Do you use 3D, 4D to design your work? How the environment will look? Anu? Okay. What happened? Why are we back? Well, are we having issues with the... Okay, I don't know if I can do it from here actually. I don't know. Okay. I was saying you should put it on slideshow. Okay, let me see if I can do anything from here. Okay, let me share from my end. Okay, can you drop yours? I'm trying to share from my end. Let me see. Okay, can you drop your own? I'm trying to share from my end. Can you drop yours? Hello, can you hear me? Hello, okay, can everyone hear me now?
Yes, sir. We can hear you, sir.
Okay, sir. We'll
All right. I was saying you should drop yours because I'm trying to share from my end then. Since I don't even know whose own we are seeing right now. Whether I think it's mine, yeah. So drop yours so we can, because we're having double screen right now.
I think it's yours, sir. Try changing this next.
All right. Okay, so let's go. So basically, again, my name is Segun Akanji, and as I said, we'll just be speaking on how we can leverage technology for our business. And I'll speak for a few points, and I'm hoping that it will generate some questions so that we can learn together. So technology itself, I mean, cuts across every segment. There is no part of life that technology is not impacting right now. Whether it's religion, it's health, it's prayer, it's business, it's finance, insurance, construction, real estate, agriculture, things that you would never, sectors or lifestyle needs that you would, like some 10, 15 years ago, never believe that technology can impact. Technology is impacting every part of human life, every part. And it will continue to do that even more and more. To that extent, therefore, it's important that we're able to, as individuals, see how we leverage technology, both for efficiency in our individual lives and for our businesses and career. So to that extent, I believe that this is a very worthwhile topic for every one of us. Now, technology in the around in the in the decades before now used to be seen as an enabler, business enabler, just to help you get your business done. In the days when you had the big IBM machines, they just help you to process information so that you can make some sense out of them. Those days, human beings, after getting this data into the system, they have to then start to analyze them and start to destratify them to be able to elicit useful information on how that impacts what they are trying to do. But today, you don't have to do all that gamut of work anymore. Once you get data, you acquire data through technology, you use technology to analyze the data. Sometimes it gives you outcomes, possible outcomes. Yes, as human beings, you then have to do some application and execution work. But even now, we find technology now getting into the place of application and execution work. That is why you can start the manufacturing of a car from the beginning to the end, and it's all done through technology, moving different phases of it together. That's why you can initiate financial services. Some of you have not touched. How many of you have touched cash in the last 6 months? Most of you have not seen cash. So somebody transfers money to you. The person that transferred money to you earn it by working, and the person was paid into their bank account. From their bank account, they distribute to different people. The same people also begin to transfer to different people. So sometimes you don't even see cash in a long time. That's what technology has come to do. So it helps you as a platform for business enabling. And now it has become a platform also, not just even for distribution that I put here. It has also become a frontline earning technology. Before now, we used to see technology as a cost center. When it used to be a business enabler, we see it as a cost center. Now, technology is a major profit center for every business. And technology is not just machine, of course. The hardware is one, the software is another, and then you have the middleware And then, of course, you have different kind of enterprise solutions. All of these combine together to form the architecture of or the ecosystem of technology, depending on where you are as a business person or as a user. If you are a business, you may need an enterprise solution. You need other appendages to make it work. Now, before, when you want to integrate technology, you do a lot of code writing, a lot of development of codes and learning of codes. But now, just through by exchange of APIs, you find you are able to integrate technologies across countries. So somebody may be in United States and somebody is in Nigeria and they want to do business together. All they need to do once they agree and they sign agreement is, they say, okay, we want to integrate. All they do is just to share what we call API, which is an application programming interface. So everybody will just, this technology and this technology will just meet, and then they are able to work together as if they were built together. So that is the extent to which technology has gone. And like I said, there is no part of life that technology is not affecting, whether you are using to push it to drive growth, or you are using it to drive performance, or you are using it as a form of production or to drive productivity. In every facet of work in business, you find technology interacting with our lives and businesses. So before, why did we move away from all the old technology? I mean, technology has been evolving and it will continue to evolve. When the first set of computers were made, they were so huge. And at that time, they cannot integrate them. They work in silos. They had vulnerabilities. You hear of all kinds of attacks, and the processes were inefficient. So technology continues to improve and evolve to the extent that now, like I said, it's so easy to integrate. You can integrate like 20, 30 different types of systems that were built by different people just by exchange of APIs. So that's what has brought a lot of efficiency into, yes, technology is still expensive, but then it's also as free, as cheap, as depending on how you are able to use it. For example, many of you are using Facebook, Instagram account almost for free. Before now, what you would have done, you have gone to pay a public relations company or brand strategy company to help you do the work that you now do on Facebook, on Instagram, on all the various social media platforms, almost for free, which before you can't have access to. So technology has democratized how we live and how we do business, and has also provided enabling platform at almost very reasonable cost, almost near zero, for people to do businesses. A lot of people do business on YouTube without a cost other than the cost of their phone, which is personal to them, and the access to internet and data. That's all. And they're able to do business around the world. So technology has integrated the world and made us to be able to have access to markets that we will not either to have access to. And how did technology get to that point? It's because people were dissatisfied with how things were working. Because before, we have workflows but challenging. People are unable to meet up with deadlines because of different strata and breakdown of work and the various bottlenecks that follow them. Customers were not satisfied with outcomes that they were getting. And then, of course, you are having regulatory and regulation that are coming up at interval to drive compliance. So, having said all that, so today we've driven technology from just hardware, software, to talking about AI, talking about different other enhanced decision-making tools, and customer service enhancement program. You have robotics, Internet of Things that are driving how we do business. Today, you can set up a farm, and all of them, they are driven by technology from the point of planting, from the point of preparing the farm, all through to planting, determining when to harvest, irrigation. All this can be done by technology, just with very minimal human supervision. And they are able to collect data with accurate guide on how to do this as a routine, like running a factory. For example, I think I was in Israel some time ago and I visited a dairy farm. So in the farm, they were using technology to monitor the cows. They know they have from technology that they have tied to each of the cows. They know each cow had a number of a number. So on the system, they know which cow is sick. They know which cow is pregnant. They know which cow is ready for milking. They know which cow is ready for any form of activity that it should have, just by reading the data that the technology they put on the leg of the cow. Just by reading on the system, they know which one should be eaten. They know which one should be milked. They know which one is pregnant. They know when they should deliver. They have all the data being collected because that technology continues to provide information right there. They know when to feed them because the technology will drive when to feed them, when to wet their body, when to take them for milking, and every other thing that they need to do. And that's how technology continues to drive how we work. Now, as I said, technology is evolving. It's not static. It's heavily dynamic. So technology continues to drive how we move on in how we do our business. So today, you have personalized technology and you have customized technology. So today, you can have somebody can give you a product and they can white label the product for you. You are not the producer of that technology. So you want to sell something, it can be white labeled as if you are the one that originated that product. So a company can say, oh, represent us in Nigeria. And because of that, they white label it so that you can use it. So the same thing, we have integrated channels, which are omni channels. So you have different kind of combined touch points that we use today that are digitized. For example, you have channels that integrate when you go to airport. You have that will do for you, clearing you with your passport to pass through the gate. At the same time, take your picture, take your biometrics, take your information, and then you are able to board your flight. You have different kind of omni channels like that drives how we also operate in very advanced environments. And of course, what is the value that all this brings to us is the data. That's why big data is a big deal in technology use. Big data in determining, for example, I'll give you an example. An insurance company was noticing that in a particular area, they were having accidents between a particular period of time on almost daily basis. So they had to deploy technology to gather data. And they now found out, okay, the reason why there is a lot of accident, because they were paying a lot of, what do you call it in insurance? I forgot the name immediately. They were paying a lot of claims in that area. So they had to study using technology to find out, why do we pay a lot of claims? And they found out that there is always a regular occurrence of accident between certain hours on daily basis among those that have insured their vehicle with them. So they studied it and they found out that between that period, certain events occur which would lead to accidents. So they now had to start sending information to all the people that bought insurance from them that between these hours and this hour, please use alternate route, because certain events happen in this area that normally cause accidents. That is how technology can be useful. Without technology, they will not be able to notice that this kind of thing is happening. And they would have been wasting a lot of money paying claims. And then, of course, a lot of people would have lost their life because of that accident. But because of technology, they were able to derive information as to why this is happening and what they needed to do at that time. So that's how far, and technology, the use of technology is limitless. It is as far as you can think. And like I said, technology cuts across every aspect of life. Whether it's now you have health technology, you have enterprise management solutions, you have technology in financial services, you have insurance technology, you have agri technology, you have financial technology, you have insurance technology, all kinds of sectors they have designed technology for them. Whether you want to be able to sit in your house and be trading securities, it's possible now. And then beyond that is what we now call technology as a service. So that as a company, you don't need to go and build your own technology. There are companies now that will just give you that technology as a service. So you pay just a fraction instead of buying a whole system. Today, you can buy part of a house in America under a system called fractionalization. You can buy part of a house in Dubai. Oh, maybe this house is costing $1 million. Because you can't pay $1 million. So you can invest and buy a portion of that house because of technology. So they call it fractionalization. And then you own that. And as the property is increasing, you are getting a share of it. So technology cuts across sector is agnostic. There is no sector that you can't find technology now. I don't even know anyone. Robots are now being used to preach in churches. You can sign agreements without meeting somebody using technology. Somebody you are doing business around the world. People you have never met forever, but physically, but you do meetings online, virtually, using all kinds of tools. There are more than 1,000 various virtual meeting tools. I know Zoom is very popular, but there are so many others. In fact, some market, they don't use Zoom. You have other markets using other things. Some people will tell you they will use blue jeans. Some people will use other ones. So many others. So all of this shows you that technology is limitless. And so because of that, legal involvement and agreement continues to drive where and how they operate. So some areas we're saying today, Airbnb, they don't have one hotel. They don't have one. They don't have any accommodation. But today, they are the biggest hospitality company in the world. Bigger than Hilton, bigger than Sheraton, bigger than every one of them. Bigger than Marriott's, bigger than all. Because every part of the world, you get an accommodation. You have booking.com. They don't have any hotel. You can book through them as well. They don't have any hotel. They provide platform where you can book hotels. You have all other platforms like that you can get, whether it's in agriculture. I've told you about agriculture today. You have technology that helps you to do from land preparation to harvesting and processing. Technology takes your insurance, the same thing. You can get your insurance done by technology. Education, of course, that's limitless. We're talking now, we're having a program here, and that's technology. I've never met any of you. You are maybe well, I don't know if I've met some of you, but at least we are able to meet now, but we don't know ourselves. Most of us don't know ourselves. In health, people are able to go to hospital without visiting physical hospital. You are able to talk to a doctor and they are able to give you diagnostics. And through that, pharmacies can deliver your drugs in your house without meeting you by just seeing your prescription. And you can order your food at home. Some people don't even step out of their houses anymore because they can do everything while in their house. They can earn money, they can spend money, they can order their food, they can order their travel, they can do everything. Now there is even virtual travel, like the metaverse. Now you can travel. People are able to travel to different countries while in their home. So there is technology that can make you visit. You just sit in your home and you want to see Madrid, and somebody will take you on a tour of Madrid, and you will be knowledgeable about Madrid as if you have been physically there. So these are the capabilities that technology has brought in. And because of the capacity for managing quality, of course, there are times that efficiency is broken when, particularly in terms of cyber crime, cyber fraud, and the likes. For example, you see all kinds of cyber incidents, but then technology adds more value and is also able to find a means of curing itself by once it discovers the issue, another technology is built to be able to take care of that situation. So why is technology good? One is the capacity for agility. It's scalable. Technology is scalable. You can build one technology on another, and it's adaptable. Two is that it's an innovative ecosystem. Everything you are building in technology can form an ecosystem that can drive partnership, that can drive collaboration, right? And then, of course, it brings about differentiation to meet the different classes of need and different classes of products and services that people want in the form that they want to have it. And because of its capacity for scalability and resilience, technology is dynamic, progressive. So that's why it continues to build into the future. And of course, because new events are happening, technology drives itself into that. Like I mentioned to you, Internet of Things, we're talking about AR, VR, we're talking about driverless cars, we're talking about today, financial services is being done through different kinds of blockchain-backed infrastructure. And then, of course, it drives sustainable practices. So those are the thoughts I want to share with you today. And, so to make it very practical, so we're going to take an example of a business. So I want somebody, 1 or 2, 3 people, to just mention different areas of their operation, and then we're going to see how they can leverage technology as a tool to increase their capacity for efficiency and revenue earning. So are there volunteers at this point? So I'm going to put down this presentation while we discuss. Is that fine? Hello, can we hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you, sir.
So I'm going to put down the presentation now, and then we can have a conversation. Is that agreed?
Okay, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir, agreed, sir.
Show me stop sharing.
Thank you so much, sir.
All right. So let's go on. Okay, so who are those that will volunteer?
Is there anybody?
If you have questions, you can ask also. So how can technology help farming? Yes. So thank you very much. I can give you, so there are at least, let's take farming from different perspectives. So you have farming from the production side, where you go to the farm. You have farming from the processing side, and you have farming from the business side. Now, we have farming, whether it's poultry or actually fruit and plant farming, or poultry or horticulture, or different types of fish farming. So I'll give you an example. Like I said before, I visited a couple of farms in Israel, and they use technology a lot for their farms. And even in Nigeria here, you find a few farms that have adopted technology. So let's start with this. Because in those markets, they farm like several hectares of land. So they use technology to even do the land preparation. For example, to clear the land, they use technology using robotics that will drive the equipment through the farm and ensure that all the grass, the weeding process is done. The irrigation process, the seed planting is done by technology. They use different kinds of robotics to do that. And people are collecting data in terms of the quality of sand. So I'm trying to read that. And could you throw more light on the virtual tour and how one can engage in it? Okay, I'll talk about that. So they use that. What technology does for you is not just that it does the work, but that it gives you data. It is your ability to use that data in a way that can help you improve the capacity of technology. So technology does not only do the work, but it gives you access to data so that you can use that data to be able to improve the capacity of the technology. That means you can develop that, and that's how you'd see when they say you are iPhone, they tell you, many of you are used to iPhone or some of these phones, and they tell you version this, iPhone 14 and iPhone 12. The reason they are able to do one iPhone to another or one model of car to another is because when this one is done, they are able to, they get information as people are driving the car. The car records events. Oh, some cars are not able to speed when they get to a hilly place. That information is recorded in the various computerized portion. So they aggregate this data that, oh, this car will not function in a place that is hilly. What can we do to make sure that it's able to go in that place? Some cars cannot go through flood. Some cars cannot go through bad roads or something. So when that happens, they collect this information and they use it to redesign the car. It is that access to data that makes technology very dynamic. So that's why you have one iPhone. So in another year, they give you another one. It's not just the design of the body, but they are able to get information about what the users wish this phone can do. So that's why today now we have our phone. We can use it as a business tool to use it to trade financial securities. You can use your phone as your work tool. You can use your phone as a place to do legal documentation, because you can sign contract, that's why you see they put stylus pen in some phone. So when you have agreement that are sent to you, you can just sign it with your stylus and then it goes. So there are many things you can do. So the same way in farming, with technology, you can actually study the quality. Certain countries, if you take seed from Israel, you cannot plant it in Nigeria. So also some countries do the same thing, because they actually study the DNA of that seed and they prepare the land to meet the DNA of that seed so that they can get maximum yield for that seed. But if you carry that seed and come and plant it in another place, it will not grow, because the land is not prepared for that kind of DNA of that seed. Now in Nigeria, you just take a seed, you throw it somewhere. Yes, it will grow, but we don't get maximum yield. The difference between us and developed market is that they study the qualities of the seed and they prepare the land to match the quality so that it will give them maximum capacity in terms of yield. So this is this is part of how farming and agriculture benefits from technology. Now, somebody was talking about the virtual tour. It's happening around the world. So people use different technology to be able to, like, they can drive drone around the city. They cover all the activity in that city, all the streets, all the tourist areas, all the nice restaurants and everything. They cover it using drone, and then they turn it to virtual reality. And you can log in and say, okay, I want to visit Zuma in London, Zuma restaurant in London. And you sit in your computer and you click on it, and you go to Zuma as if you are there to eat, and you see how they are doing everything. So you can sit in here and say, I have been to Zuma before. And you have not physically gone there, but you can talk about Zuma restaurants. Or you can tell somebody, oh, I've gone to Grand Canyon. Somebody has gone to fly a drone there and tells the story of Grand Canyon and takes you through the whole of Grand Canyon. And then you say, oh, yes, I've been to Grand Canyon. You haven't visited there physically, but you can tell the story, the history, the number of visitors, the depth of Grand Canyon, how it happened. That is what virtual reality does. So they cover everywhere and they show it to you in a way that you can understand it. You look like you have visited the place. Some of them, you have to wear the AV screen or whatever, and then you can see the place, and in a very graphic, in a very what do you call it? Cinema type, so that you actually you experience the environment as if you are there. And so you are able to acquire information that makes you look like you have toured the world. And that's what virtual reality does. So this virtual tour system allows people that otherwise would not know anything about a particular location, through virtual reality, virtual tours, they are able to go through this and all of that. Number two, some people use virtual tour for what you call real estate agency. So you don't need to go and see the house physically. Like if you want to rent a house now or you want to buy, you say, oh, which day am I going to go and see? In some markets, you don't need to go there. They've already recorded their house, the environment, everything about the house is recorded, and they will put it on a system, and then they will take you through the virtual tour of that house, the bedroom, the sitting room, how many square feet, everything about the house, the compound, the street, the environment, all the schools around the area, the eateries there, the various iconic locations. They will take you through everything using this virtual tour system. So you don't need to leave your house. So you can buy a house in US without leaving your house. You can buy a house in London if you choose to without leaving your house. So that's part of what some people have done using virtual tour system. Does that help? and they make a lot of money just by
Thank you,
doing
sir.
it. Yeah. Any other question?
Thank you, sir. We have a question here, sir, on YouTube.
Okay.
How can technology help us?
How can technology
How
help
can technology help us? Yes, sir.
art?
Yes,
Did you
sir.
say art? All right, thank you very much.
Yes.
In fact, that's a very
Sir.
art today is benefiting a lot from technology. So how many of you know about NFTs? So NFTs, art is becoming NFTs. People are using what we call non-fungible tokens. They are using artwork to drive, and people are making a lot of money using that. So you can take your picture, maybe an event, you went to an event in a place, you can actually put it and turn it to an NFT, and it can be traded, and people will buy the picture. So if you are into art, you need to go and look at how you can engage. You can use NFTs to actually earn a lot of money. So people can buy your picture that you have done in a unique place. Maybe you went to some location somewhere in Nigeria that have not been discovered. Nobody knew about it. You take the picture, you put it online, and you put it on, you tokenize it, and people will, it will be bought from you. It's being done right now. You remember a couple that took the picture of one man that was drumming, and he put it on the NFT platform, and it was traded, and the guy made a lot of money and went to give the man about 500,000. I don't know how many of you remember. How many of you remember that? You didn't see it. None of you saw it. Wow. So people are using art and artwork on NFT to drive, to make a lot of money. They tokenize it and they buy it and it's traded. Some people buy the original from you and they multiply it, and then they create different cartoons and different forms of it, and then they are able to sell it. So I need you, that person that asked questions, should go and read about NFTs and how you can use it for his work as an art person, and how you can make monetize. So in technology enables you to monetize everything you do. Everything you do, as long as you are committed to it and you acquire knowledge in it, technology gives you the chance to be able to monetize it. So you can make money on using NFTs as an art person by creating and selling the images that you have as an artist. So I need you to go and read a bit about that and how you can tokenize your work, and then you can actually sell it and make a lot of money using that. Does that help you?
Thank you, sir. Thanks
Any
so much,
other
sir. We have another question here, sir. How can technology be incorporated into environmental practices?
Thank you very much. In fact, that's even what is happening now. So environmental practices, you are asking me a question in one of the areas that I specialize in, because I'm a development technology coach. So what we call clean development technology coach. So now in clean development technology, one of the things you do is that today there is something we call carbon credit. That's an area. Carbon credit, carbon generation. There is, in terms of sustainability, the entire climate system and management has different kinds of technology that is being used today to manage them. So every business, like, let me give you an example. The person that asked that question, I need you to read about carbon credit and how it is sold. That's another wing of money making. Unfortunately, in Nigeria, we don't have that going on yet. So how you generate carbon and how you can purchase carbon so that you can achieve net zero or some level of reduction in carbon generation. So companies around the world that are generating carbon, they go to under environment to buy the carbon credit that those environment generate, to be able to reduce their carbon emission. That's one. Number two, in terms of that, is the global requirement. So you have what we call the UNFCCC, where you can actually have a project as a climate interested person. You can come up with projects where you can list it on UNFCCC, and you can get funding agencies that can provide you funding. For example, you want to convert waste to energy, waste to power, waste to water, and things like that helps to reduce carbon emission. or waste to fertilizer. So there is a lot of activity going on in that space, and technology is actually at the base of all of that. So I advised on a project of some woman that is converting waste to fertilizer, waste to water, and waste to power. And it's all about technology, from the point of waste collection to the point of waste separation to the point of waste transformation into power. All right. Does that help that person?
Yes, sir.
Any other person?
Thank you, sir. We have another question here, sir, from Ayo Kumi.
Okay, Ayo Kumi. Yeah.
I need to use technology for... Yes, sir. I need to use technology for academic research. I need a clue. Kindly shed light, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. In terms of academic research, in fact, that's probably one of the most global today. In terms from the point of let's break it from using the various AI-driven charts. I don't want to talk about ChatGPT only, but that gives you, apart from writing it for you as a research work, you have all that on that one. Then there is one that even help you to take it out from ChatGPT, because universities and organizations now know that people use ChatGPT and all these other ones to write their research. There is another AI platform that then helps you to be able to humanize your project, so that when they search for it, it shows that it's actually done by a human being, not a system. So there are different platforms that helps you these days in terms of artificial intelligence that helps you to be able to determine and to narrow down into the area where you want to find research. And there are various AI, artificial intelligence platform where you can actually streamline what you want to research. Like if you go on Google now and you type whatever you want to search for, you will see like maybe 5 million items, right? But when you use AI-driven tools, they are able to narrow, when you define what you want, they ask you questions, and you are able to give you expressly different materials that help you, that actually address the question or your focus area. So those are very much available. So all you need to do is to find the various AI tools. They are available once you make a search on the internet, and that can help you.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir. We have another question. Precious.
Yes.
How can we make use of technology to improve modeling and beauty pageants?
Thank you very much. So for example, there is, I was talking about 3D and 4Ds. These days, you can actually generate the image of yourself, whether as a old person, as a new person. You can dress up your pageant the way you want them to be. You can create dressing, different kind of cultural dressing for them to be able to govern how they parade themselves. So in pageant and beauty environment, they have different tools now that can help you dress up different pageants. Before they are even, you have created the 3D images for them on how they should look on the runway, so that they see it before they even go on the runway. That's one of the things that it can help you to, when you are looking, let's say, for example, you want to show a Swahili kind of dressing. So you can use the system to generate how the Swahili will dress in their own beauty environment when they are trying to do their own pageant in their traditional environment. And that system will help you to dress up how they will do it and what they will wear, and will show it how it will look, how the environment will look. So you're able to generate the 3D before you actually now translate it to real life events. So it makes life very easy for everyone that is in that space. Just like you can plan your house, you can design your house the way you want it to look using 3D or 4D, or even other esoteric, other type of tools that helps you to design your environment and maximize your space. Is being used in real estate. It's being used in every other area in architecture. So the same way it's being used in beauty pageants and in all these hospitality spaces. All right.
Thank you, sir. We have another question, sir. Sir, how can I be a part? So how can I be a part of the clean energy you're into? I'm interested. I could be more like a volunteer and also get knowledge.
All right. So what I do is I don't run it. So what I do is I provide advisory to people that are getting into it. For example, different types of clean development technology. Like some of you must have seen, there is a company in Ibadan that grinds tire. They go collect tire and grind it, and they turn it to paving stones. Now, tire is a major destroyer of environment. So we advise them. There are those that are doing different kind of solar work. So we guide them on how to do it, what is the best form of technology to adopt. So what I can do for you is when I'm on any of the projects, I can call you to participate. Like the one I'm doing now, we're actually almost at the tail end of it, the one that is turning waste to water, fertilizer, and power. All right.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir. So this will be the last question we'll be taking. And it says from Eniola, how can tech be incorporated in nutrition?
So the person asking for the technology that the AI that helps you to be able to do that is called humanly AI. Humanly AI. Humanly AI. So you can check for it. Humanly AI. All right. So when you go on the platform, it can actually help you. All right. So can you take that question again?
Okay, sir. It says, how can tech be incorporated in nutrition?
Oh, nutrition, very well. So that's also something that is happening. Now, today, people are able to individualize their nutrition. So some people, they use technology to be able to determine the food that is fitting for somebody that is suffering from different ailments, because that has already been developed. So in different technology environments, they're able to determine what the person should eat in the morning, the afternoon, and they are able to specify. I haven't done, not just generically, I haven't done the blood test of that person, which is, of course, again, you use technology for, of course. They do the test of the person, blood test, blood sugar, blood this, and all the various components. And the technology can help you to determine the kind of food the person should be eating. And the person is given a timetable of what to eat in the morning, afternoon, evening, and all that. What kind of drinks to have. All these are available. So it's for you to be able to explore. If it's your industry, you should be able to explore how that can add value to what you are doing and the kind of clients that you also work with. Even in training, everybody would today, you see everybody going to gym, and some people kill themselves while going to gym. Some people do exercises that are not meant for them because they don't study their body. But today they are using all this technology to study people's frame, health, and all of that to determine the kind of training they should do when they are, or the kind of exercises they should do. They don't. So it's not like before, you just jump on the treadmill, you jump on this. No, now they are using technology to determine the kind of training you should do based on your frame, your bone your bone size, your height, your weight, and everything to determine what kind of training you should be doing. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. God bless you, sir.
Thank you, everyone. It's my pleasure.
Question that we have. Thank you so much, sir. God bless you, sir. We really learned a lot. Technology is not static, it's dynamic. It's highly dynamic. Thank you so much, sir.
All right. On that note, I sign out. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy your session. God bless you.
Thank you, sir. So yes. I'm very sure everybody learned a lot. So what's that light word that got you down? I'm not going to leave this here today. I'm taking it along with me. For me, I already said it's technology is not static, it's highly dynamic. So what's yours? You can tell me in the chat box. So Baba Yale said, I hope I didn't murder your name. Okay, I'll go with Anu said technology is limitless. Diane also said technology is limitless. Yes, it is. We can have more. We can have more. Elizabeth is saying technology is an innovative ecosystem. Tech cuts across all segments of human life. Yes. YouTube, I can see you. You can also drop your light word. Gideon is saying all segments of human life. Yes, actually, very true. Technology is heavily dynamic and not static. Yes. It is dynamic and progressive. Yes. Aisha, everyone should leverage on it. Okay, so from YouTube, Adeshoye is saying technology is advancing every day and it is all encompassing. We really learned a lot thanks to Dr. So I'll be calling on Mr. Dejisa. I hope you're still here with us, sir. He has some information for us.
Okay, can you hear me?
Mr. Deji. Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you. Good evening, everyone. It's been an interesting session, I believe. You know, I've learned a lot, really. I must be sincere. And I could see more questions coming in. For somebody asked a question that I would have loved to also ask, but I don't think Dr. Segun is still on the call. I was asking about how technology can be used to do investment in a way that it won't stress us. You know, so how we can use AI. Anyway, thank you. It's been an awesome one, and I'm glad thus far the sessions have been really impactful. You know, and you can agree with me that these are top-notch speakers. So in lieu of that, I could see the person also asking that he would love to reach out. You see, the purpose of this also is that we want to be able to network. You know, the purpose of our motto is build life, build people that will build systems. You know, so in the bid to build a system, we're building lives first and then we're networking. So we desire that we will all be able to network, but you know, mainly for our students. So we have a body that can help and you know ensure that we connect or we network effectively. You know, talking about especially the alumni. So for the students who graduate, you will join the alumni group. We have alumni executives, we have the president, whom I believe is on the call, and I'm going to give him a chance, about 5 minutes, to introduce himself, as well as also please, the host, you can help me, you can make a good luck if he's on the call. Just check if he's on the call. You can make good luck a co-host so that he can unmute himself and be able to chat. Just check if he's on the call. So the purpose of this is we are trying to build a mentorship program for all alumni. Okay, someone says you can't hear me well. Please, can you hear me, moderator? So that
yes, sir.
Thank you for.
I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
All right, sir.
Okay, all right. I think the president is not on the call. Maybe in the next session then. Okay, somebody is saying they can't hear me as well. Please, can you indicate if you can hear me so that I'm sure where the problem is coming from? Okay, somebody says all right now.
It's all right.
Okay. Let me try to be more audible. Thank you for pointing that out. We can hear you now. Okay, I'll be more audible. Thank you. So what I'm saying is that we are coming up with a mentorship initiative for all our alumni students, so that we are able to network and build a system that is sustainable. So we are building people that can build a system. So after going through these courses and graduating, we want to be able to connect. Now, just like somebody is asking one of the speakers and said, okay, how can I reach out to you? We're already reaching out to some mentors all over the country, all over the world, whom students whom students can connect to in their field, career, network, counseling, and the likes, so that we can build a more robust and effective system. So I was hoping the alumni president will be here so that he could speak. I know I can see Kofre, who is the project coordinator, and your project is coming soon, but because I didn't inform me ahead, so I won't want to put him on the spot. Maybe Kofre also will address you guys eventually as we proceed with the classes. So we have another class tomorrow. And then I will also like to speak on the test. So we realize some people had challenges, but some of the challenges were able to attend to it. And that's a good one, because we saw the results. Some people participated in the test. So this test is going to be weekly. Ensure you do your test before the time elapses so that the cumulative of the result will not affect you. And the project is very important. Attendance is also important. I realize that some people are waiting till after the class before they watch the recorded class. It's not bad, but then physical or live classes are important. So we'll want to encourage people to join the live classes because this coming week, the groups will be divided. So don't be surprised if you are divided into a group by an admin. So you can go to the main group to check that it's an admin adding you to a group. So we're going to divide everyone into groups, and these groups will be your project groups so that we'll understand how this is going. And then you have tests. So in our live classes, as we go on, we'll still divide. We'll have presentations, we'll have games. We are using technology, so we should be able to okay, somebody's asking what will be the fate of those that miss the first test. No problem. So once you miss a test, you can't redo that test. So that test is gone. But you can ensure that you don't miss the following test. So we still have lots of tests actually, because you have many weeks. You have about 19 weeks because this program is from, if you check the calendar, it's from now to July. So you can still meet up, nothing to be afraid of and nothing to worry about. If you miss the first test, is sometimes like that because it's the first one. So tomorrow's session is by 5 p.m. as well. So please, we would like you to join, connect on time. And for those on YouTube also, I will see you. Please, everyone, go to the YouTube channel, subscribe. Just click on the subscribe button. It will also help. Okay, so somebody saying you've not had any attendance so far. The test will function as your attendance because you can't pass that test if you don't attend the class, if you really don't even pay attention to what I've read. You can see that the questions are strictly based on the topics, what is being taught, what the speaker spoke about. That's what your test is based on. So your attendance is based on the test. Yes, thank you for asking that question. Okay, is there any other questions that I'm sure? Because I know many people were reaching out to the admin. The admin were busy during this week, attending to students' comments, questions, and stuff. So please, if there are, please don't raise a hand. You can type your questions. Okay, sorry, let me just check. The YouTube channel is LIBL Academy. You can check LIBL Academy on YouTube. That's our YouTube channel. You know, let me see if anybody's asking any question. YouTube, please, can you hear me? I believe you can hear. Somebody said earlier that no audible. I hope you can hear me now. All right. Okay, so that's just the piece of information I want to pass across. This training is certified. You will get a certificate, but we don't dash certificate. Before we can give you a certificate in leadership intelligence course, you will need to show that you've been attending classes through the test. Then you will also need to show that you participated in the project, and the project questions will be sent to you once the groups are created. So you can see that this is not just a leadership certificate, but it's a certificate in leadership intelligence. So we can't just give certificates out anyhow. Some people are not attending classes, and I know we have more people on the group. Okay, thank you, Zuma, for responding that you can hear. All right, so we have many people on the group. Unfortunately, we know some people are still thinking, well, when the time comes, they will give everybody. That's why I wanted the alumni president, to come and speak to everyone so that you can also understand. I mean, they've been there. We have about 8 or 9 executives and the alumni executives, so they can guide you. And the mentorship program we're trying to come up with is for alumni. So meaning that even if you don't graduate as a student, you may not be entitled to have these mentors. And these mentors are taken from different countries. So not just Nigeria, we are reaching out to mentors in different places, in different fields, counselors, because we are intentional with what we are doing. And there are people in your group or we deliberately close the group so that we don't have people talking. But when we create the groups, you will have your freedom to talk when we create the project groups. All right. And I think it should be fair for me to mention at this time that based on the calendar, the topic for tomorrow is supposed to be how discipline can be used to cure lust. Unfortunately, that session has been moved forward till Wednesday, June 12th, which is a public holiday, I believe. So the June 12th session is coming tomorrow, which is a topic, a nation under political siege was the way out. And I believe it's going to be an interesting session. I'm hoping so. So please join the class early so that you can ask your questions and we can finish on time. And I also want to appreciate all the alumni executives, all LIBS staff, those working behind the scene. Honestly, these guys have been trying during these few times just to make sure that you guys get the best. And I want to appreciate our moderator. Please, can you help me appreciate her on the chat? Can you help me appreciate her on the chat? She's trying. You know.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, well done. And of course, I appreciate the other moderator too, which some of you are familiar with. That's Tosin. She will probably be the one moderating tomorrow as well. Okay, so thank you. At this time, I will be going off till tomorrow. So over to you. You can end the session now when you are done. Thank you. God bless.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay, so this is the end of today's class. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. And I know you really, really learned a lot. So did I. So, and if you have any questions, you can reach the admins on the WhatsApp group. Thank you, guys. Thank you for joining. Have a nice day. Bye.